And welcome back, everybody. Waffleboard breaks. Feels like I just left less than 20, less than 20, no, just over 24 hours ago. Just over 24 hours ago, we did the double box from Sunday's eBay auctions. Hit some monsters, hit the Yager, hit the Adam Fox, two great jerseys. Congratulations to both Larry V on the Yager and CK on the Adam Fox. Two great hits, obviously both from the new run. So now we're down to 11 boxes left from that new run. Of course, we still have the 16 boxes on the table. The two oldest boxes are piggybacked. We hit 3, we open up 11 as well. We had 11, we open up 3 as well. So they're attached at the hip. Other than that, we have the 2 from the next run. Then we have 4, 3, 5, and now the 11 from the last reload. Just to let everybody know, if you haven't looked over yet, the eBay spots, including the reload, went live today. I didn't see any bids earlier, but obviously they just went live a couple hours ago. I'll do the boxing up video at the end of the week, probably either Friday early or Saturday early. Don't have room to build the boxes. I got to move everything over to the table, and then I'll have room on the shelves. 17 new jerseys going in. Some really cool stuff. Obviously, it's a good mix. It's an interesting mix. We got 8 of the 17 jerseys are the first time those names have been in the boxes, which is tough to do after 630 boxes. 650 something jerseys. It's tough to get unique names for the boxes. The unique names in the run in this reload, we got Elias Lindholm on the alternate Adidas Boston Bruins jersey, the big B on the front. Joe Quenneville, a longtime head coach, 3-time Stanley Cup champion for the Blackhawks. Obviously, he's on Hartford Whalers, where he played defenseman in the 70s. That's really cool. Joe Quenneville, Hartford Whalers, as a CCM Team Classics jersey. Jesper Bratt from New Jersey Devils on a Fanatics Premium. Sandy McCarthy, want some fighters? We got fighters. Sandy McCarthy on a black starter Philadelphia Flyers jersey. You don't come across those very often. And Ray Whitney on the San Jose Sharks teal starter from when he first got there. Obviously, Ray Whitney was a long-time, big-time scorer in the league, and but it doesn't know Ray Whitney, look up some highlights. Big-time scorer, played a long time in the league. Ray Whitney with the Sharks. Also new to the series is the Mats Sundin Blue Fanatics Toronto Maple Leafs jersey. The Igor Larionov, the Professor, the Adidas alternate Vancouver Canucks from the style when he played there, which is fitting. The Igor Larionov, Hall of Famer, one of the all-time greatest playmakers in Russia and in the NHL when he came over. Played, obviously, won the cup with the Red Wings. Played for the Canucks early in his career. And the Gabriel Velarde, one of the good young scorers for the Winnipeg Jets. That's a nice Fanatics Premium blue Winnipeg Jets jersey. So that's cool. Getting 8 new names in the 17, which is great. It's nice to get also the babyface assassin Corey Perry on the White Ducks. Fanatics is cool going in. Jerome McGinley, of course, the legend on the red Calgary Flames Fanatics. Doug Gilmour on the Reebok Chicago Blackhawks. Killer. Doug Gilmour. Nice to see him back in there. Matt Duchene, a gorgeous white Colorado Avalanche Reebok from when he started there. That's an absolute beautiful white Reebok Avalanche jersey. One of my favorites going in, Noah Dobson, New York Islanders on the Fisherman's logo, the Adidas Reverse Retro 2.0, the Adidas Reverse Retro 2.0, the Gorton's Fisherman New York Islanders jersey. Obviously, he's now a young star with the Montreal Canadiens after the big trade at the draft. But that's a really beautiful Noah Dobson, a New York Islanders Fisherman logo. Matt Zuccarello on the New York Rangers, Adidas, and the legend Mike Richter, Stanley Cup champion, New York Rangers on the Mitchell and Ness. That's gorgeous. I might even have a Stanley Cup patch on it. I think I have to look at the pictures again, but that's an absolute beautiful Mitchell and Ness, Mike Richter, New York Rangers blue jersey. Also, the Drake Batherson going in there. I've had Drake Batherson in the past. This one is actually serial numbered, I think 10 out of 19 with his first goal inscription, which is real cool. And the date, obviously, he wears 19 for the Ottawa Senators, but that's real cool having the nice inscription with the serial numbers. So 10, 19, that's cool going. Batherson coming back in. And coming back in is the Morgan Geekie on the Kraken. He scored again tonight for the Bruins, finishing up his season nicely. I think he ended up second on the team. I don't know if he finished ahead of Pasta. May finish ahead of Pasta goals, but he scored again tonight after having a little bit of a cold streak. But he had a fantastic year for the Bruins. That's a Kraken jersey with the inaugural season patch. The other one I think had in there did not have the patch, so this is clearly from his first season with the Kraken. So that's cool. So I can't wait to show them off to you guys at the end of the week in the bags. Pictures are all on Facebook. Browse them at your leisure. Had some issues with Facebook today. Concerned going down to the wire. I had to reset my password to my account, and then my WAFFLEBOARD Breaks page was deactivated. I had to reactivate that. That was a mess the last 10 or 15 minutes before the post went live, but you guys got in there. Once I got activated, everybody was able to claim. You guys got in, jumped in, grabbed your spots. There's no real issues. Couple millisecond differences. People got missed on some spots, but yeah, you guys did a good job claiming that stuff. So I think obviously Ron came in, a special guest star on our midweek stuff. Ron came in today and closed us, grabbing the last 5 spots. So we'll see if that closer mojo works for Ron midweek. Obviously, he's one of our Sunday regulars. He didn't hit this Sunday, but he hit the previous Sunday. He hit the Brady Kachuk last Sunday. So you guys have hit some monsters. Obviously, Brady Kachuk hit. The Adel Fox is a gorgeous jersey. The Yager is a huge jersey. We've hit some big jerseys. The Morrissey, that's a nice jersey. We've hit some huge jerseys have come out. The Clayton Keller finally hit. So you guys have done good. Like I said, I'm always looking to reload with good stuff that you guys chase. Hopefully you guys find some targets in this reload. Obviously, we still got some pretty hot targets in the last 11 from this past reload. So it's, I mean, it comes and goes. I mean, every jersey eventually will hit. We haven't had anything in there too long. Obviously, the last 2 boxes are from November, and then everything else is from, I think, 2 from December. No, 6 from December, and then 3 from January, 5 from March, 11 from April. So I think it's what it is now. I think they're 2 from, let me see. March was our 11, February was 5, January was 3. So yeah, the 2 from the 6 from December, 2 from November. So that's how it's looking. What's up, Thomas M? I know you got spots today. Let me see what you're looking at. I didn't even check to see. I was, obviously trying frantically to get everything working, running. So I didn't even really take a minute to overlook what everybody doing. Oh, there it is, Todd Burt. Yeah, he was that perfect player, man. He was a true hockey player, score and was gritty. And like obviously he had the issue when he smashed the guy's head into the ice, but he was an absolute monster. He was a physical beast. He got to give you 40 goals, got you, back in the days where he wasn't pure fighter. He was more of a hard-hitting, tough hockey player. Obviously, those the light skating Canucks, that needed guys like him, obviously. So he wasn't an enforcer, but Burt was a hard-nosed power forward. So very nice. Glad you got that. So I think everybody else should be getting their stuff. If not, they haven't received it already. Should be very soon. Weather's been pretty clear. I know we got thunderstorms rolling through, but the heat's been up and days have been nice. The games have been all outdoors. Obviously, the baseball games have been no cancellations or delays, but we'll see if the weather goes through April. But yeah, there should be no real delays with the postage and the shipping for you guys. So I do have a couple getting ready to go out this week. The Jake and Brett, I got your 8x10s going out. I had to pick up a hard envelope to ship those out to you guys. Everybody else, obviously you got the jerseys be packed up and be shipped out by the end of the week. So good luck to everybody tonight. Like I said, 1 in 27 odds today, 1 in 26 on Thursday. It's the lowest we can get to it right now. Obviously, I'm trying to get, add extra if I add 17 into a reload, I'm trying to get to the point where I can do an extra week without having to reload. So we could get down to like 24 at some point in time. But right now, 25 is the lowest we'll get to. 27 today, 26 on Thursday. So good luck, everybody. It's exciting. It's fun. I think we get down to the last boxes before the reload. It's good to see who the randomizer shines upon. But I said, I know you guys got some nice targets. I said the old stuff you guys have been chasing for a long time. And like I said, new stuff. I know there's a lot of love that goes around to the New Jersey. So the hockey season just about winding down. Playoffs are set. The Kings got locked into the last playoff spot out west. I guess they'll play the Avalanche in the first series, and then obviously the Flyers clinched the last spot in the East. So it's all sewn up pretty much. I think there could be some seeding changes depending on who wins over the last couple of games. I know. I think Tampa's tied with Montreal. Montreal's losing to the Flyers tonight, but if Tampa wins or gets if they even lose in overtime to get a point, they'll be ahead of Montreal. They win the tiebreaker anyway, so even if they lose, they win against Montreal. So that's a 2 and 3 seed. Playoffs are weird in the NHL. The top seeds from the two divisions plays the 7 and 8 teams, and then 2 and 3 in each division plays each other, and then so it's not 1 through 8. So you're kind of used to that. I'm trying to figure it out. Obviously, we have had playoff changes over the years in hockey, kind of getting used to it. But Flyers just beat the Canadiens, so obviously it's in Tampa. Just needs a point. I think they win now. I think they can't get knocked out by the Montreal for the seed. So looks like Tampa will be with the 2 seed. Caps beat the Jackets. Obviously Jackets I think were eliminated. Canes I think had the top seeds. They beat the Islanders. Islanders are already eliminated. And then we got a couple games on late tonight. Obviously, scoring totals. I mean, Cooch with the overtime winner last night, goal and assist. McDavid had the goal in his game. I think there's pretty much no way that Cooch could beat McDavid points-wise. But he, of course, played like 6 or 7 less games. But we'll see if that affects. Obviously, there's certain people that are voting for the Hart Trophy that won't vote for Cooch because Russia was not allowed in the Olympics, which is pretty much inane if he has made. But points per game, Cooch is well ahead of McDavid and McKinnon. I don't think McKinnon can even catch Cooch unless he blows up. I think they're 1 game left they're playing now. So if he had 3 or 4 points, he could beat Cooch for second. But McDavid looks likely after the 5-point game he had the other day. He looks likely to win the Art Ross for scoring lead. Just a matter of how the voters feel for the Hart Trophy. Cooch deserves it. His plus minus is absurd. I think McKinnon's is just a little bit higher, but Cooch's is absolutely just like plus 44. I think McKinnon is plus 45. Points per game, Cooch is number 1. He's played 2 less minutes per game than McDavid than McKinnon, and 3 less minutes per game than McDavid. Obviously, playing as a wing, gives many opportunities to play out there. Obviously, they all 3 play tons of power play times, but it's when you see for over a season, he plays at least 2 minutes less per game than McKinnon and 3 less minutes per game than McDavid. Obviously, who knows what he could do with those minutes, but Cooch is a wizard. So we'll see. Yeah, like I said, that's true. That's true, Adam. I know you're eyed up my Mark Scheifele. That's gorgeous. The aviator blue Scheifele, absolutely gorgeous. I have the exact same aviator blue Scheifele in my PC. That's the only Scheifele I own. So when I came across the second one, I said that's perfect to box up. So good luck to you. Like I said, good luck to all you guys. Obviously, you got the mouthpiece as well. So we'll see if it shines on you tonight. Yeah, I love that. I love that Scheifele. He's the man. If people finally got to watch the Jets games this year, he was a monster. Like I love my boy the ginger sniper, but having Scheifele and him together they're amazing this year. Obviously, as a team, they came up short, weren't able to make the playoffs after having the best record in the league last year. So we'll see. They got some good young players. Obviously, they need to see if they can all take a step up. But I was happy to see their young guys. Velarde had a pretty good year. They have, like I said, they have young players, but they just stupid injuries. They just didn't have what it needed. But like we'll see. Like I said, I was looking at the standings, the West Conference. I think every team in the East is better than every team in the East in the playoffs. All 8 teams had more point totals than every team in the West except 3. So so every team in the East in the playoffs is better than every team in the West except the top 3 seeds. Obviously, you have you have Minnesota, the number 3 overall point total, and then obviously Colorado and who was the other? Who am I missing? Dallas. Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota all had 100 points, and all 8 teams in the playoffs were better than the 4th best team in the West. So we'll see if that matters come playoff time. Obviously, playoff hockey's crazy. The 8 seeds make noise. You're welcome, Larry. I said I was watching that. Like I said, I watched it afterwards. I saw that Al hit the who did he hit yesterday? He hit the Elvis Merzlikins came out, and then who's his other jersey that came out? Can't remember who the other one is. Merzlikins I saw come out. I didn't see who the other jersey was, but yeah. So check that out. Obviously tomorrow at noon, if you have spots over at Daryl's, Daryl's tomorrow at noon, he'll be breaking his box. 40 boxes. He has a double box break-in. So if you have spots, get over that. Noon or just about noon is when he goes live. So check that out. I got a spot there. So good luck to everybody over there. I know some of you guys buy spots there as well. But yeah, Larry, you've been pretty hot. Like obviously, you've hit 2 big Bruins. Obviously, and you hit the Yager. You've done really well. I know you were hot over there for a little bit as well over at Al's. So it's good to keep it rolling. Like I said, you guys over here, we've had pretty much the majority. It's been almost a different winner for the last 14 boxes. I think only 2 people have repeated in the last 14 or 15 boxes, which is crazy, especially when you get you're down to so many boxes. We only got 27. I think we had a dozen people in today, so we got in Dale, Thomas, Greg K, Daryl, Thomas M, Nick F, Ron, special guest star today, closed us out. Adam R, nice to see you back tonight. Brett G and Jake G in for a spot each. James M, Devin's got a spot. CK's got a couple. So yeah, so a dozen people on the midweek with only 27 boxes is pretty impressive. You guys did a good job. So we'll get to it. Same spot prices for Thursday. Last box before the reload. So we'll get going. For Kush. Yeah, what I'm saying, like I said, I mean, Yager is the one. Kush and the Hawks. Who I don't know. Like I said, John R is always trying to deal. And they make some trades in his box more often. Like I said, I see over Dale some of their guys, some of Daryl's regulars, they swap their spots out. I know some of you guys, refuse to trade your randoms. You always like to keep your randoms no matter what. But like I said, I've traded randoms and hit. I've traded randoms. My random that I trade away is hit. So to me, it's more or less if you have somebody that you'd rather hit, you might as well trade it. I mean, I don't feel bad if it ever hits when I trade it, but that's just how it is. But yeah, you guys, like I said, especially over in his multi-sport stuff, I think he had a nice in the multi-sport. He had Shesterkin hit. Finally, hockey in his multi-sport. I saw that too. I didn't see who's the other one that came out of his box. And there's Merzlikins come out. I can't remember who his other spot came out, but I know he's got 6 more East Coast spots. What up, Daryl? How about it's 2 goalies. So it was Merzlikins and Cheevers. Cheevers everywhere. Cheevers hit Daryl's. Cheevers hit Daryl's was the one with the scarring or the stitches on the numbers. Really cool, like artistic numbered out of 30. That real nice spot at Daryl's. And last night in East Coast, Big Al hit Cheevers too. So Cheevers is raining all over the joint. So that's pretty crazy to see that. Like, it's just weird. Like I see the amount of boxes, obviously Daryl's got 40, Big Al's got, probably like, he's hit, I think he's gone through like 14. So it's could be no more than, would be like 46 possible boxes. And both of them hit the Cheevers on the same, pretty much on the back-to-back nights, which is absolutely crazy. But you know, right now I don't have Achievers. I said I guess I probably should try to get Achievers in here now that he's been hitting elsewhere. But we'll see. Like I said, the doubled up on the Yoggers. There it is, doubled up on the Yogger. Yeah, Yoggers coming out everywhere. Cheevers coming out everywhere. Craziness. Like that's just weird when it happens like that. Like I said, it's you know, I try to get at least a reload in between when I put the player back in. Sometimes I go back to back, not often, but every once in a while I do that. But I try to keep it in between. So usually the guys don't come out too close to each other here. You know, obviously if it comes out towards the end of a reload, I try not to put them into the next reload. But sometimes it comes out early in the reload. I figure it's been, you know, a dozen boxes, we can throw them back in there. So that's sometimes how it happens like that. But good luck, everybody. Like I said, it's gonna be fun. Let's see what comes out tonight. Thursday, looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing the fights for the jerseys. Sunday's gonna be fun. Obviously, we don't ever get up to 42 very often, and I kept the minimum bids $8.99. So chop the buck off for everybody. So if you want to sneak and grab some minimums, obviously I'll post the unsold Sunday afternoon after it ends. But like I said, I chopped the buck off. If anybody wants to grab a cheap spot, you know, obviously we got a couple extra boxes because we've been loading 17 instead of 16. But I did that for you guys. So but good luck, everybody. Let's see what we got tonight. Let's get going. So there's no real games I want to get to watching tonight. So it's more or less doing post-break work. I guess I got to build my boxes. So they come, you know, big piles. I got a big pallet of those. Like I said, a couple I had to throw out, or actually didn't throw out yet, but a couple were unusable because they had some marking or chopped up a little bit. But what are you going to do when you get in that 50 at a time? Still sucks, but we'll see how it goes. So let's get my random up, my dice. Good luck, everybody. There's my list. Oh, so congratulations to everybody that's been lucky with the freebies as well. I don't have anything lined up as of right now. I got some stuff I got to ship out to JSA for COAs. They'll be fun for the next reload. But as of right now, I don't have anything else kind of lying around for you guys. But good luck. Tonight's fun. 27 boxes. Let's get going to it. Okay. Very good. You're going to do 5 or more on our dice roll. Boxes here in order. Like I said, 3 and 11 are attached. So we hit one. We hit the other as well. Boxes are already there in order. We've hit 2 reload boxes in the last 2 boxes. So see how we go. That was Sunday. We hit double reload. So here we go. Good luck, everybody. 5 or more. What do we got? 3 is no good. 3 is no good. 5 or more. And it is 12 boxcars. 12 times the list. Of course, let's go through. Like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing the fights over the reload stuff. Like some of the stuff becomes near and dear to me. Obviously, some of these have been sitting on for a month or two. Some of them I submitted to JSA myself. Like I said, they become near and dear to me at that point in time. But I'm always happy to see you guys hit these jerseys. So let's see what we got. 12 times the list. 1, 27 numbers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the box we're going to open tonight, second to last box before the reload, 1 in 27 odds is going to be box number 83. Again in the reload. 83, 12 times, 83, 12 times, 83. Man, there we go. Down to 2 reload boxes now. 83 goes away. Where's 83? Get that out of there for Thursday. Then I got to load up all. I probably should just do the names later today. We'll see if I have time. But there we go. 83 it is. Okay. 83. 83. Okay. 83. 82. 10 boxes left from the reload. 83. Anybody want to make predictions? Who we calling? 83. Oh, yeah. You said we got 10 people inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people. 8 people still live. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's what he's calling. Call my boy. See what we got. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. 83. What do you got for us? Second last box. It's a beautiful jersey. There it is. Anders Lee. New York Islanders Adidas alternate jersey. Gorgeous jersey. Look at that. AJ Sport COA Anders Lee. Oh, very, very nice. Anders Lee Adidas alternate. This is just a beautiful jersey. Very, very nice. Anders Lee 27 AJ Sport COA fight strapped, of course, on the Adidas alternate. There it is. The NY logo with the 4 stripe Stanley Cup and the C New York alternate. Very, very nice. Adidas Anders Lee. Let's see what we got for that. Anders Lee tonight. Oh, there it is. Woohoo. CK calling it out. Anders Lee. There it is. Man gets hot. When he gets hot, he gets real hot. Congratulations, CK, on the Anders Lee. Just a beautiful, beautiful jersey. I'll see if I can get that back in our boxes. Oh, very, very nice. I love that one. Love the gorgeous alternate Anders. We have the fisherman logo going in the reload. I got the nice Anders Lee. We'll see if we can get back eventually, but just an absolute gorgeous. The captain, Anders Lee, New York Islanders. Going to CK. Very, very nice. Sorry, of course, for everybody that did not hit that. Your odds are now 1 in 26 on Thursday. Best odds you're going to get anywhere on the interwebs. Find me better odds, and I'll get those breaks as well. But there we go, 1 in 26 on Thursday. Same spot prices as today. Best I can do for you guys. Like I said, I know after Sunday, next Tuesday, the spot price is going to be way cheap. You guys know the drill. I get them as down as low as I can for you guys after the reload goes in. But the Sunday or Thursday, best odds possible, 1 in 26. And the same spot prices as today. I'll throw that back up, and then we'll get ready for Thursday night. So enjoy the weather wherever you are. Hopefully it's nice. Thank you very much for getting in the break. We're going strong. Box 634 is down, and there it is. Anders Lee Adidas alternate New York Islanders. Such a beautiful jersey. Such a beautiful blue. Congratulations on that one, CK. Very, very nice. Some of you guys want to get hot. Some of you guys need to stop these guys from hitting. Congratulations. CK's been hot everywhere. Not necessarily on jerseys. CK's been hot in other breaks, but now he's starting to warm up here at WAFFLEBOARD breaks again. So congratulations. Thank you very much, everybody. You guys are great. WAFFLEBOARD breaks appreciates everybody's continued love and support. And I'll see you guys back here on Thursday night. Let's do it again. Last box before the reload. Good luck, everybody. Let's see who the randomizer shines on. Thank you much, guys. I'll see you later. Take care.